All right, here we go for practice 2, number 2. So they give us a couple of givens. So R1 is 10 ohms. That means that this is the resistance. R2 is 5 ohms. R3 is 4 ohms. And the current through resistor 1, so this is going to be 1. So 2 and then 3 is going to be 2A. So we know that this is 2A. We don't know what the batteries are, what the battery's voltage is, so we're going to leave that blank, but we know that this is going to be 0, and once the energy goes through the resistor, that because on the rules that we learned in class, that all of these are going to be 0. So you can go ahead and fill that in. All right, so let's fill out our table information that was given to us. So R1 is 10 ohms, R2 is 5 ohms, and R3 is 4 ohms. The current through resistor 1 is going to be 2 amps. So we have that. And now we know what the voltage drop is going to be, because remember that V is equal to I times R. So if we multiply 2 and 10, we're going to get 20 volts. So that means that in this picture, that this is going to be 20. And with the rule that the charges are going to have the same amount of voltage here as they do here, because of the rule that we learned, that we are going to have 20 here, 20, 20. And so everything here is going to be 20. And so that means that our voltage here is also going to be 20 volts, and our total is 20 volts. Okay. Next, what we can fill out are the currents for each of these sections, right? So 20V, so for R2, 20V is equal to some number that's an I times 5 ohms. Well, and then we can divide by 5, and we get that I is going to be 4 amps. So this is 4 amps. Then something times 4 is going to be 5 amps. And then I total is going to be your current for 1 plus the current for 2 branch, plus, so you have 3 branches, so you're going to add all that up. So you have 2A plus 4A plus 5A is going to give us, let's see, 4 plus 2 is 6 plus 5 is going to be 11. So this is going to be 11A. And we can fill that, the resistance out now with 20 divided by 11. So the total resistance, let me write that in a different color. So the total resistance is going to be 20 volts divided by 11A. And when you put that in your calculator, you're going to get something that looks like this, and then it goes on and on and on. Remember, it's called an irrational number, and so when we have irrational numbers, you can just round it to the nearest tenth. I'll be fine with that. We're not too worried about significant figures right now, even though we should be, but just right now we're not. Okay, so we're going to draw our schematic diagram. We have our battery, our ammeter, then we have resistor 1 with an ammeter. Okay, then we have resistor 2 with the ammeter. We have resistor 3. I'm not drawing this very well, but you get the point. And then let's go ahead and fill these pieces of information in. Let's use green. Okay, so 2A is our current at resistor 1, 4A is our current, 4A is our current at resistor 2, and 5A is our current at resistor 3. So this is 4 plus, it was not 4. It was 2, then 4, then 5. So when you add all these up together, we're going to get 11A. And so next we're going to do our labeling. So this is going to be A, B, and then C, C prime, C double prime, and then maybe just at the end, D, D prime, D double prime, and then when they come back together, so we'll have E. All right, and now our voltage graph. Okay, so we have A, B, C, D, E, and then back to A. And since we start at 20 volts, that's going to be our maximum. And at A we had 0, at B we had 20, at C we had 20, and then at D it dropped to 0, and then E is at 0, and A is back at 0. So we're going to have this. Okay. Let's see. So C prime I'm going to do in red. So C prime is also at 20, and then it goes down to 0, and it also goes to E. Oh, no, it doesn't. Sorry. It just stays at D. And then our third one is going to be C double prime, also at 20, and then it goes down to 0, and then, no, I keep doing that, and it just is there. So you can do it different colors, or you can do different lines. I prefer to use the colors because it's easier for me to see, but if you are preferring to do something else, you can do that too. So this, once again, if you have any questions, make sure you ask it in class, or you go ahead and email me.